and welcome back to another lecture on learning Autodesk Inventor. In this video we are going to continue by explaining our last panel, which is the pattern panel. And as you can see, it consists of 4 tools. It has the rectangular pattern, the circular pattern, it has the mirror tool, and it also has this sketch driven option here. By now we have already explained the create panel, the modify panel, and now we know how to use the work features. So once we are finished with this pattern panel here, then we can finally start in creating some examples by using all of these tools. So let's begin with the rectangular pattern here, but in order to use this we have to have our model. Let's go and make a simple model here. Let's make a 2-point center rectangle, and let's make it 50 by 50 millimeters. Finish the sketch, and let's go and extrude it. Let's make it 60. Okay. Now what we're gonna need to do next is we have to make a feature. We can do just a simple feature. Let's start a sketch, and let's say we want to make a half circle like this. Go and finish the sketch. Now we go and create our feature. Let's say I want it to be to this side here, and I want to make a cut, and hit OK. Now we have this feature. Let's go and use the rectangle option here, and first we need to select our feature. As you can see here, select it, and then you select your direction in which you want to make your pattern. You can either choose this direction here or this direction here. Let's make it in this direction. Now this is the number of samples. Let's make 5 samples. This is the distance between each one, and of course we can flip the direction, or we can make this to be the center of it just by clicking here. Now this is in the center, but we still have 5 samples here. Let's go and click OK, and now we did these cuttings by using the pattern panel here. We can also do it in 2 dimensions at the same time. Let's go and make another feature here, and let's do it like this here. Okay, we can let's make a different shape. Let's make a 6-side polygon, just like this. Finish the sketch. Let's make an extrude. I'm gonna give a distance of 20, or let's make it smaller. Let's make it 5. Okay. Now we're gonna go and use once again the rectangular pattern. Select your feature. Select your first direction. I'm gonna make it vertically. I'm gonna make 5 rows. And then I'm going to select my another dimension. I'm going to flip the direction here. I'm going to make 4 samples. The distance is 10 millimeters. I'm going to leave it like that and hit OK. And now we have make a 2-dimension pattern. It's almost like the pattern in the 2D sketch, but only it requires a feature, then it makes the pattern. Okay, so that's it for the rectangular pattern. Now we can go and start with the circular pattern, but we first need to have a circular shape. So we're gonna delete this We will delete it, hit OK, and we're going to make a new model here. And now we're going to make a circle. Okay, let's make it big enough. 50 millimeters is enough. Let's make an extrusion and make it symmetrical. Make it 10 millimeters. Okay. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create a feature. I'm gonna start a new sketch here. I'm gonna make this here and make an offset. Finish this. I'm just gonna do some extra editing. I'm gonna make it 2 millimeters in this direction. Alright. Now why I did this I'm gonna explain later, but let's first start with the circular pattern. Now we have our circular shape. Now we just need to make a feature. I will make a feature on this side, so I'm gonna need to create some planes. I'm gonna use this plane. Let's make it visible. And I'm gonna go here and use this tangent to surface and parallel to plane. This one, and select either this side or this side. Let's make it on this side. Now I'm gonna generate a shape. Let's make once again a polygon. Let's make it right here. Hit OK. Go ahead and finish the sketch. Now I'm gonna make an extrusion. I'm gonna need to make another plane here. Let's go and use this just a simple offset. Let's make it this far, and now we can go and make an extrusion. I'm gonna choose the distance between. I'm gonna make it between this plane and this side here. Hit OK. Now let's just make these invisible. Okay, now we have our circular model here, and we have our feature. Now we can go and use the circular pattern. First we select our feature here, then we select our rotational axis. Now we can choose the number of samples we want. Let's make 10. Okay, we can make it either 60, 100 degree or 180 degree, or let's say 275. Let's leave it with 360 degree. And we can also make this to be the center. Let's make it 180. Now let's hit this, and now you can see this is in the center once again. I'm just gonna leave it with 360. We also can change this. This is also important. So let's try this other one. And now you can see these are parallel to this one. But let's make this. Okay, now it's good. And we can just go and hit OK. And as you can see, we have just created a circular pattern here. Okay. So there isn't much to it. We can make it in 2 dimensions like the first one, and that's all it is to it. Now we're gonna go and explain this tool here, but in order to use this we have to make a sketch first, and in the sketch we will need to make some points. Let's go to points, and now you choose your points. Let's make just some random points here. Make as many as you wish. Once you're done, click OK and finish the sketch. I'm gonna create another sketch because we need to create a feature. Let's make a circle. we first need to create our feature, then we can use the sketch tool. Okay, and now we can go and use it. As you can see, it automatically detected the points. We have made 60 points, and we just need to select our feature. And if we hit OK, it will make the features based on the points. So that's all it is to it. Let's just undo it. I'm gonna edit this. I'm gonna give it, let's say, a chamfer here. Let's make it smaller, 1 millimeter. Okay. Now once again, using the sketch driven tool, we select our feature. But now, as we have made a chamfer, we need to select also the chamfer. Hit OK, and now we have this. Okay, so that's it for these three tools. The mirror tool, you're probably familiar with it, but let's just use it one more time. We can either make a mirror based on a surface, we can either make a mirror based on a plane. Let's make it first based on a surface, then we can also make it on a plane. Let's go and use this tool here. Select your feature. We want this and all of this to be our feature. Now we select the mirror plane. We can make it this with this. Let's make it this. And now we have a total mirror of this feature on this plane here. Now let's make a mirror based on a plane. Let's undo that, and now we are going to make a plane. Okay, let's make it here. If we go now to mirror tool, select all of our features here, this one, and now we select our mirror plane, and you will see how it will look. Okay, so that's it for the mirror tool. There is nothing more to it. A simple tool, but very useful. Okay, you can save this if you want. I'm not gonna save it. I'm just gonna close it. Alright, so that's it for this lecture. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next lecture. Goodbye.